If you can hear the stories that are faced by men each and every day of their lives, you can be shocked on how are they able to maneuver around life in such a way that it doesn't even show that they are going through the most. I feel like men are the most vulnerable people when it comes to pain. And I'm not saying that women are not even facing pain. All I'm saying is that the way men are able to handle situations is on another level, which I feel like most people can actually learn from most responsible men. Not every man, by the way, because you can be a man and not fully understand what it means, or even play a role that's supposed to be played by men. And I'm not saying there are no women like that. There are women like that, but I'm championing men who go through their day-to-day lives and make it happen. There was this other time where I was talking with one of my closest friends in my workplace, and we're talking about how difficult life is for every man out there. And we feel like for most women, life is quite, or even slightly, or quite, it's quite or even slightly different, because men I have to earn everything on their own, but for women can easily get into a relationship with a man that takes full responsibility of you. And I'm not saying that that's what I'm encouraging out there. That's not the message that I'm trying to send out there. The point that I'm trying to make with this illustration is that most men, to be where they are, they had to work their entire lives, work as hard as they could to get whatever they get. And I'm not talking to men who inherited stuff. I'm not talking to men were born with a silver platter. No, I'm talking to a man who knows what struggle is. I'm talking to a man who knows what having to go through the most means. Because for a man has to have what we call high stress tolerance to maneuver around whatever comes their way. And I'm here to remind every man out there that you are doing your best, you're trying your best. It's just that life, it is actually unfair to most of us, but we have to carry on. We have to keep the faith. Days are not the same. And there is that one day that will change your entire life, that will change the trajectory of where you're coming from. And you can only get to experience that if you are still on the road. The most exciting part about what we are doing, it is not the results, it is not the end goal, it is the process that gets us to the end goal. It is the process that gets us to where we see ourselves. It is the process that gets us to where we see ourselves in this day in time, even this day and age. And it takes a lot for a man to have that kind of a resilience mindset, because it all starts in your mind. If you are failing in your mind, you cannot win in your reality. If you are winning in your mind, it's the simplest way to win in your reality. And I'm not sure if I'm delivering it in such a way that the next person is able to comprehend my message in such a way that I'm not even misunderstood. I'm delivering my message the way I'm supposed to. I'm delivering my message in such a way I want to trigger something in you, within you. That's why I'm directing this message to every man out there. We are the pillars of this earth. We are the pillars of this universe. We are worshipped. Whatever happens in this world, we must take it into our responsibility to make this world a better place, not only for ourselves, but for the people around us, but for our children. And I'm speaking from a father point of view.